Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Dropping back, it's Manning. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Wants to throw on third. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on 4th down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But that
intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air. It's Manning. Oh, they're after him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
He'll keep it himself. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to barrel in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The corners are walked up tight. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
In the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the 3rd down.
Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. It's Stockton. That's caught. It's Frazier. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Branch. Rushes on him. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. You're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Fires to the tight end. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Garner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
They'll run play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? You can't wait to find out.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quickly complete. Ripping through the defense. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Georgia, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. It's Branch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He leaves it with his back. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
To the ground. He's got it again.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He'll pitch it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Extending the play. Got his man on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Texas.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The official says no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. A huge return there, steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he added the extra point. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air, it's Stockton. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Goes to the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
That last play, just about as disastrous as it gets, and it makes it worse because now you have to deal with 2nd and long. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut.
And the defense is not fooled. That trick play blown up. Couldn't get the pass off, and they are fortunate the football didn't come loose. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to bring it back. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to scramble. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going deep. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He'll try to take it back. The tag. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Dogs!
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick off.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Some misdirection with the counter. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for room. It's Baxter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. To throw, it's Stockton. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. And they will score! Touchdown Bulldogs! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And he puts through the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. And here he comes out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. As As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
Georgia, 14.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block them. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Soft spot in the middle. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping it. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Kind of like that big, reliable security unit. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Manning. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Branch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going for the big play. And he throws another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Working on the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Shoots it to the left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he ends up taking a safety.
And you just have to have better field awareness if you're on offense. They're understanding that, A, you're in the offense, and B, where that back line is, David. That is not good news taking a safety.
No, and you want to make a play, and you want to make something happen, but you got to realize where you're at on the field. He doesn't do that, and guess what? Cost his team 2 points.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Humphries. Breaks into the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now from inside the red zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is